I'm joined here by David Kappos. He's director of the U.S. Patent Office. He's also Undersecretary of Commerce for Intellectual Property. Thank you very much for the time today. I appreciate you joining us here on Bloomberg. And we're talking about unleashing innovation. The president's going to touch on some of these things today. At your office, you're dealing with a backlog, 700,000 or more patent applications. What's happened to get the system so backed up, and what are you doing to try and fix it?
All right. Well, thanks, Peter. Well, the system's backed up because Americans are very innovative, and they file lots of patent applications at our agency at the USPTO. We're doing a number of things to try and fix the situation, most prominently working on improving the efficiency of our agency by bringing business-related practices in to help our examiners work more effectively.
34.6 months right now from start to finish for most patent applications. That's too long, isn't it?
Yeah, that's way too long. The president's asked us to take that down to more like 20 months total, which would be very advantageous for patent applicants.
And right now, I mean, do you see realistic prospects? What's your target for getting that done? And again, are American jobs at risk right now in the meantime?
Yeah, very much American jobs are at risk. For every one of the more than 700,000 patent applications sitting in the USPTO, we have potential American innovation and American jobs that are not being created, that are being held up. So our prospects are actually good. We believe that we can get to our ideal level of patent pendency by 2015, and with continued support, we are on track to turn our first inflection point in this huge backlog, which is to bring it down to under 700,000 patent applications here very soon, and we're just going to keep going south from there.
There are people out there who have questioned the quality of the U.S. patent in this day and age. What do you make of that right now? And there's some suggesting other countries are doing this better.
Well, right. The trick is always to improve pendency or improve processing speed while not hurting quality, and we're trying hard to not sacrifice quality while we work on pendency. Our early results indicate that we're actually doing pretty well. Quality, by our current measures, has actually gone up slightly, and the reason that's happened, despite taking the backlog down, is that we've actually given our examiners more time in their early processing to spend time learning the patent applications they're looking at and doing a good job looking at them the first time through so they don't have to look at them multiple times.
Patents are a leading indicator of the economy out there. At least some people certainly have suggested that. What are you seeing right now in terms of applications? What does that tell you about the economy?
Well, they are, Peter, a leading edge indicator. Our filings are up about 4% this year. So there's clearly a rebound in patent application filings at the USPTO. Some major sectors are up also, and I think that it's a good indicator for the future.
What about the question of patent trolls? Again, getting back to the quality of patents, we saw so much attention devoted to the RIM case a few years back. Now you have Paul Allen, the Microsoft co-founder, suing some very big names out in Silicon Valley. I know you can't comment on the merits of his case, but that's going to draw a lot of attention to this issue.
Well, we've seen over time cases where certain patents are used aggressively. It happens. It works its way through the system. I'm sure that this recent situation will work its way through, and the courts will have to determine things like whether the patent is really valid, whether it's really being infringed. And so I think if you take a long view, these problems do work their way through. The role that the USPTO needs to play is we need to process applications more efficiently, and especially we need to provide a better vehicle to enable both patentees, those who have patents, and accused infringers to come back into our agency to have us take a second look in those cases where we might have made a mistake.
One final question. Best bright idea you guys have just patented?
Best one that comes to mind right now is the Gobi solar charger, which is actually a design patent and was created after frustrating work in sub-Saharan Africa, and it's a very fun idea to simply provide a suitcase-sized charger to charge up electronic devices in places where you don't have a stable power supply, creating jobs in America right there in Utah.
David Kappos, appreciate it very much.